Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're at the old house. If you guys remember, you've been here for a while, you will recognize this, but I'm going to be cleaning out the toilet because we're trying to get it sold soon. So I really want to make sure we get a good cleaning. And I'm going to take a look down in here. Just look at how gross this tank is. How many of you, let me know down in the comments, ever have thought about cleaning out the toilet bowl, tank, and just getting rid of all of this? Because in case you guys didn't know, this harbors nasty smells that can make their way onto the toilet, and every time you flush, it can be released out into the rest of the bathroom space, and we don't want any of that nastiness. So today I'm going to try and get rid of all that hard water stained on there and that dirt and grime way down at the bottom. That's so gross, but we're going to try this out. I've watched another video, which I will link down below in case you guys are interested, and we're simply going to see if it actually works or not. So first, I'm going to go ahead and close the water valve down here so I can go ahead and flush all of this out. Maybe one more time. Okay. There's actually still some water in there. I don't know if you guys can really tell, but we can't get that out because it's below that little lever that opens there. So we'll just work with it this way. I actually have some distilled white vinegar here. And then this is an old Windex bottle that I have already went ahead and filled this up with. So I poured some of this into here so that we can actually get it sprayed inside of there. And then I have some gloves because we don't want to touch that stuff with our bare hands. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to put on my gloves first and take my distilled vinegar and just start spraying all in there. Really trying to concentrate on that line and getting it deep in there. I will also be cleaning out the toilet bowl in our other restroom because it has a hard water stain ring on it. So you guys stay tuned for that video as well if you're into this deep cleaning. Let me get you guys all the way up in here so you can see, get a better look at this. I'm going to also go ahead and pour some straight from this jar here, this bowl. Just let it sit there. Again, doing this will help all of these parts last longer and just work more efficiently, which we really need that because we use a toilet every single day. So we need to keep all of this nice and cleaned up. Okay, so this is all nice and saturated with the vinegar. I'm just going to go ahead and let this sit in here for as long as I can. I honestly have a lot of other cleaning things to do, so maybe like an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, just sit in here for a good while so that it can actually do its job, and then we will come back and finish this up. So while we wait, let's go ahead and give the rest of the toilet a good cleaning. Again, still using the distilled white vinegar here. It's great for disinfecting. I'm going to remove this little seat here, spray it all over. Making sure to focus a lot in here because we all touch this when you flush this toilet. Hopefully you don't forget. So get right up in there, spray it all over. And this one we actually have the little seat for the kids that comes down. This comes in very handy. I'll link it below in case any of you have toddlers in the house. This is much better than using this thing over here, because you don't have to put it on. It's all in there ready for you to use. Whenever you need the child seat, just pull it down. If you don't need it, you have the regular adult seat. So just going to spray all of this and then let all of this vinegar disinfect for us. It's not super dirty, but the eye can't see a lot, so I'm sure there's bacteria and stuff in there, and we will be trying to get rid of all of that. Also really important, these buttons down here, the back, never forget the bottom of the toilet, around the toilet, making sure we get a good cleaning all of this area. And let's see if, yeah, that thing is a little, that right there is a little scrubbing bubbles. I don't know what it's called, the little scent fragrance thingies. But other than that, the toilet doesn't seem too bad. The one on the outside, the other toilet that we do have, that one is bad because we rarely ever used it. It's been sitting there, so it will be in a separate video. Like I said, we will clean a very nasty toilet ring that it has. But for this one, just going to spray, try to get up in there. This is not the best spray bottle for using it this way, but hey, we're gonna try. There's a little spot over there, you guys can see it. I'm trying to spray it in there, and yeah. Since we did move, I also didn't have any napkins, which I usually use to wipe this down, but I have this old pack of baby wipes that was laying out. It was open. This is all dried up. There's no better use for it, so we're going to go ahead and just use this, just work with what we have. So I'm going to take a couple of these and start wiping. And usually I wipe the top part first. I don't know how you guys do your toilets, but I always like to work with everything from top to bottom. And so yeah, I clean this part first and then move down into here, grab a new towel, but you guys will see as you continue to watch. This right here. And while I finish cleaning this up, if you guys are new here by any chance, I do post a lot of cleaning motivation videos, and I also will be trying to do more of these like dedicated how-to videos, how to clean a toilet, how to clean your kitchen, how to clean your stove, just more specific videos. So if you guys are interested in all of the cleaning content, then go ahead and subscribe for more videos. I try to post once a week at least, really trying to aim for 2, but it's kind of hard with 2 children and all of the household chores. So these little screw here's are very dirty, so I'm not sure if that's glue or nastiness, but we're gonna spray a little bit more on there. This side, take this off, spray some in there as well. I'm pretty sure that's glue. I don't think it's grime or urine, but trying to do the best I can. Just clean it out. All right. So now that the exterior of the toilet is all cleaned up, I'm going to go ahead and go into the bowl. And I have this little scrubbing bubble. I keep saying little, but it's not really little. The scrubbing bubbles caddy here at the bottom with some of these. These are the flushable refills. I like these because, again, they're flushable, which I don't flush just because I'm paranoid that it actually won't dissolve and just ruin the septic system. But yeah, use these. This is what they look like. And this little wand I prefer over the regular toilet brushes because, again, this comes off so you don't have the little brush head just sitting there being dirty. You press this little button to open this up, insert this here, press it back down to clasp onto it, and then this already has cleaner on it, so that's also going to help with any stains and removing of that. I'm going to get rid of that little thing there. And yeah, let's get to brushing. It also smells really clean and fresh, and it's just easy to use. Get up all up in there underneath the toilet rim because there can be dirt that we don't see from up here. So we want to make sure it all gets cleaned out. So again, you can simply press this lever to release it in there, flush it along with all of that. I prefer to just throw it in the trash, so I will throw that over here. So now I'm going to let this air dry, just close this up in here, and usually I would flush the little water out in there, get it cleaned, but for now we're gonna let it sit because we don't have any water in the tank since we're cleaning this. So once we come back to finish this off, I'll go ahead and flush that out.
Okay, 1 hour and counting.
We'll be back to that. And for the gloves, also spray some vinegar, help them disinfect, flip them over, and just let them air dry. And these will be used only in the bathroom. I have designated ones for different areas of the house because I personally wouldn't want to use any of this in the kitchen or anywhere else. Okay, so it's been about an hour and a half and now I'm back to this. I have this super old kitchen sponge that's all dried out actually. I'm going to try to use this and rub down on that. If that doesn't work, I have this new scouring pad. I can also use this, it's just a little bit rougher. And for those deep grooves in there where maybe I will not be able to fit my hand, I found this old baby bottle brush that was just laying out. I'm getting ready to throw it away, so I can just use it to get all up in there. So let's get to it. Well, doesn't seem like much is happening. Maybe a little of the yellow stuff is coming off, but it's definitely not what I expected. You guys can see there, it's kind of rubbing off. That line right there is disappearing, but I do have to kind of scrub it a little hard. Okay, now we're getting real down and dirty in here. But these bottom things actually seem to be lifting up pretty easily. Wow, this is gross. But I'm sure it will be satisfying once I'm able to flush this out and this is all nice and clean. Okay, let me see if I could get you guys a little closer in. Okay, so you see how that line, it's still there, but it's much fainter than that down there. So it's doing the job. And down here is where I really am able to see a difference. Look at that dirty water, oh my gosh. Just gonna scrub this. Maybe this is already too worn out and has no abrasiveness to it. Let me try with the green scour pad. Using this now. Definitely about the same. It's not freaking much better. And I'm working here in circles trying to scrub this down. Let me just try squirting in a little more of that vinegar. So it's definitely working, but you have to do your own work and scrub it in. I thought it would be a little bit easier, that it would do most of the work for me, but that's definitely not the case. So I gotta keep scrubbing. right, so I have scrubbed down as much as I can. Now I'm going to turn back the water on, and then we'll flush it and see the final result. I should probably take these out before I do that though. Okay. Over to the sink. And now I will turn the water back on. So it has filled up. Now time for the flush. Oh, I have hope that this will have worked. Nope. We still have a lot of that nastiness in there. Can you guys see that dirtiness down there? So definitely don't believe everything that's out there on the internet. I mean, it cleaned somewhat. It got rid of that dirty line. Maybe I just had it sitting here for too long. I've never cleaned this before. This is my very first time cleaning the actual bathroom toilet tank. So I'm not sure if I could scrub it some more and get that off, but it's just not worth it right now. Like I said, we're selling this house. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. At least it's disinfected. It might not look pristine and white and all of that good stuff, but I know it's disinfected. So now let's take a look in the toilet so we can actually get it flushed. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is very unsightly. So let's flush it, see what happens. I think it's actually clearing this water out while it's clearing a little bit more up in the tank. After that flush, this actually cleaned out a little bit, so I'm going to continue and try to see if I can lift any of that up. I have a feeling it might come up with this water now. Oh, you guys. So actually the tank is clean, and that stuff that you see down there is not necessarily grime and dirt, or I guess it could be, but it's loosened up. It's just sitting down there, which is why it didn't get flushed. So now I'm going to mix it into the water, flush again, and maybe this will make it all nice and clean. Okay, yeah, you guys see how the stuff that was on this area, now it's gone. So the thing is, it's just sitting at the very bottom, and since they can't reach the top of this opening flap here, that's why. So I'm just gonna try to mix it into the water again until I can get this cleaned out. Yay, I thought this was a flop, but apparently I was wrong. I just needed to give it a second, flush it, and help it out a little because this dirt cannot swim, so needed some help to get to the water and make its way out of here. There's okay. I'm definitely here for this. Just need to lift this into the actual water so it can make its way in there. And this is just from the rust of these screws that are in here. Okay, I'm going to try another thing. Okay, so I just thought about this. I'm going to try and close off the water valve again, get this water all out of here with a rag, and then I can get deep in there and actually take that dirt off, since it's not wanting to lift up to where it can actually flush down. And then we should have a brand new toilet looking like. I thought this was a complete fail. I'm so glad this worked. Just look at the major difference you guys will see in just a little bit. I'll be right back. I have this old container and a measuring cup that we were using to do some retouch painting. So I'm going to take this and scoop the water out. So I managed to get most of this dried out. As you can see, there's barely any water in here. And these things, like I was saying, it's not so much dirt. or like at least it's not stuck on. Let me try to pick this up. Oh my gosh, never thought I would be doing this. So it's like little deposits of whatever this is, but they look like little rocks. So now what I have to do is to get this completely out of here. I'm gonna come back in with this brush because it's hard to reach back here. So we can get there. Kind of. That's gonna be a challenge, but all I need is to be able to get this picked up and out of the tank. And other than that, it will look pretty much new compared to the way it was before this. So super impressed. If you guys would like to try this out, definitely give it a go. I'm not going to lie, this is not going to be a 5-minute job, but it will be so satisfying to see. I'm going to try and get this out and be back and show you guys just the final result of all of this. So you guys see the major difference. Now I'm going to finalize this by taking another one of those dry rags, a little bit more vinegar straight on here, and just wipe the rest of that right off. Okay everyone, this is the final result. Look how clean it looks. I didn't think we would get it to this point, but it is just so satisfying to see it this clean. I know there's still a little bit of like the little rocks that I can't really get to down there, but it's a million times better than what it was before. So I'm going to now turn the water back on and get this flushed again. You see how clear that water is instead of being that nasty brown? We'll just give it a second to fill up, flush, check the water inside of the actual toilet, make sure everything looks good, and now to flush. Much better. So I would definitely recommend you guys try this out. Check under your toilet tank. I know I can't be the only one who has never done this. You might be just surprised at how much dirt can accumulate in here. Give this a go. Like this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye guys. Looks good to go as well. Flush it one more time.